Hey! How's it going? I need to find a tweet that I made. Oh god. How's it been so long? Okay, how's everyone doing? Hey! Welcome to today's stream. Oh god. Here we go. Today, I'll be live for a relatively small amount of time. These last couple streams I've been live for quite a long time, like 6 to 8 hours. But today will be short, because I have something on today that I completely forgot about until about yesterday. I have something on in the afternoon and evening. So, we'll try and get as much as we can done. Sup, Matt? Thanks for helping me with my package, but now you know the full details of the guy who made Matt cute. Oh yeah, you. That's you, is it? Well, now I know. Now I know. Yeah, hopefully that gets to you this time. What you're saying is you want to rob us back-end content. No. I genuinely... I genuinely just forgot. My stories are on. I have to watch my stories. No, not stories. This time, no, I'm celebrating some friends' birthdays. They're twins, so they have the same birthday. And that means the birthday can be twice as big, because there's 2 of them. But yeah, so I completely forgot until yesterday. So, I have to make sure I'm available for that. You forgot. Yeah, my bad. I hope they aren't watching. How embarrassing would that be, right? Oh, true. Let me get my bot up. Okay. Now exclamation point time would work. Yeah. Are they getting twice as old then? Yes. I think that's how it works. I think it must work that way. Use Replit and Uptime Robot for your bot for 24/7 free hosting. I mean, if I wanted to, I could just put it on my VPS, right? Like, I have ways to do it. I have ways to make it 24/7, but I haven't done them. And also, there's a bug. I know there's a bug when, oh, hang on. The music is a little loud. I also know that there's a bug when when I have to refresh the token, which happens about 4 hours into the stream, it starts to double up, and I'm not sure if that's a back-end issue or a front-end issue. It starts to do both. It starts to be like that's when someone will do a TTS message, and it'll say it twice back to back, and I haven't figured out why yet. So that's why if I have it running 24/7, it'll just it won't double up. It'll like triple up and quadruple up and all that. I assume. Is there a point in making a Twitch bot 24/7 when most of its use will only be during streams anyway? Not really. I mean, maybe some people would come in here offline to check things like the timers or something like that. All these fucking timers. But not really. It's more just so that I don't forget to start it every stream. I mean, there are other ways to do that as well. I could, of course, have it so that maybe have like a hook so it starts when I start streaming on OBS, maybe. It could be something like that, but yeah, there's I haven't done anything with it. Haven't made anything do that yet. What are all these timers? I don't know. You guys made them. It's a functionality of the bot that I wrote. Just I thought it'd be kind of funny to be able to time stuff. You can just start a timer and check its result. Oh, sadly, there's no nice cock. That might be an old one. Oh, we started nice cock. Good. What's the oldest? What's the oldest timer? Like, when did? Hang on, I'm gonna check some of these. Are we gonna have a problem? We, as in the Nintendo Wii, apparently has been going since October 3rd. It has been lasting 37 days. There's one from August. Wild. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, it's kind of, I know it's novelty functionality, similar to how when you, I think Dix is the oldest. Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, someone stopped it. No, that was running for 56 days. Ain't no way. Same as you can ask the bot questions. Like if you ask it questions, it basically is just an 8-ball, a magic 8-ball. If you ask it a question, like you at it and then you have a question mark at the end, it'll try to answer you. There would be a guy with a timer to the heat death of the universe. Yeah, why not? Why not? My mom is an 8-ball. What's that even supposed to mean? But yeah, is Matt lying about your functionality? Very doubtful. See? It knows. It's like, that's right, that is what I do. True. So, I've done some things. I have some updates since yesterday. You guys, if you were here last time, you remember that my computer was running into some issues. It's towards the end of the stream, it started to freeze up a few times. And it did it a few times yesterday as well, and I've been investigating the reasons why. We had a couple theories. It might be something to do with GPU pass-through, something to do with storage, I/O, something to do with, you know, maybe the kernel. And I tried to check everything as well as I could. I think I've more or less ruled out GPU pass-through, because when it happened yesterday, I wasn't doing any GPU pass-through, and I was able to do a bunch of pass-through without it happening. So it wasn't pass-through. Jury is still out on storage. I did check it, but I couldn't find any evidence that like anything was failing. No errors. No, like I checked the smart CTL. Neither of the SSDs. I have 2 SSDs in my computer, and neither of them have reported any errors. So jury's out, because you know maybe they just wouldn't report the error, but you know I don't know. It could be, still could be. And I checked the memory. I did a mem test 86 actually. Memory is all fine. I didn't really suspect there would be an issue with the memory, but I just I wanted to check. So essentially what I've come down to is, I don't know. But what I have done is I reverted back to the Linux LTS kernel, which is an older kernel in case they broke something recently. So if that fixes it, we'll know that they broke something recently, essentially. It's a cosmic ray, true. Any chance for another Shrekathon? I definitely think, I can definitely see myself doing another one next year, another Shrektember. Whether I would do it anytime soon, I'm not sure. It's not, I wouldn't say no. I still think it would be really funny. I'm still laughing about this months later. I still think it would be really funny to try and get the Shrek Xbox 100% speedrun, because there are no runs on there, at least there were. Maybe someone's gotten the idea to do them now. No matter what run I did, it could be 24 hours long and I would still get the world record. Do it on hardware? Of course it would be on hardware, absolutely. My computer would have worked with tables. I know! Man, it all comes back to tables. Can we get a tour set up? Yeah, I think what I might do is, what I might do is every January, because I did one, well, it was actually February, but I filmed it. Oh, actually, I filmed it in December, and then it came out in February. It was supposed to come out in January, but it came out late. I think every January I might do a setup tour, and I might put it on the Bytes channel. Reminds me of a streamer I used to watch who got the world record for Paddington 3DS and iCarly for the Wii. Yeah, I mean, it is the sign of a not very good speedrunner, someone who, what would you call it, just gets runs in crappy bloatware games. But it's a world record, right? It's a whir, okay? Still no runs. Excellent, excellent. So, I mean, that's going to be a long stream, because that's a long fucking game. I was playing it for over 9 hours, and that was just to get any percent. So 100%, I might be here for 12 hours. I'm not gonna lie, and or more. And so, and it has to be all in one sitting, because if I pause, if I splice the run at any time, then the whole run is invalidated, right? Or they won't accept it. So it has to be, I wake up, start running Shrek, and then stop running Shrek. Yeah, that's just my whole day. So yeah. This is a direct insult to me, who used to have a world record in Tux Racer 1.1. No, I mean, that's right. Yeah, take that. No, but I've seen it on Reddit. People be like, you can tell they're not a good runner when they only run crappy bloatware games like Arthur Ready to Race or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, I think I'd be happy to bring back Shrek-tember next year for sure. Whether I might do Shrek 100% before then, sometime between now and then, I wouldn't say no. Sure. We're finishing the back end today, so we get funny mails, right? I'm gonna try my best. Like I said, I have a birthday party to get to later today. It's actually quite a bit later today, but they wanted to hang out a little earlier, and I want to hang out with them as well. So. So yeah, it may. That's why I might be ending a little earlier than usual. Birthday party, Matt? Are you 8 again? No, I mean it's just a birthday dinner. It's what adults do. We don't sit around and eat fairy bread anymore, but we do. We have a dinner and lament getting older. How many hours you ending in? I'll see I'm probably going to get a call at some point. So we'll see. I think I'll be on at least for like 2 or 3. Maybe 4. Probably not longer than 4. Matt has an actual life. Matt goes outside. The rumor come out. Matt does go outside. Yeah. Oh, true. Let's do my Discord notification. Alright. Off we go. If the Shrek 100% run includes race levels, then this is going to be much tougher than any of us anticipate. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I would be strapping in. I would probably literally wake up, shower, eat breakfast, and then start streaming like as soon as possible, because so I could spend as much of the day on it as possible. It would be tough. But we must sacrifice ourselves to do great things, like get the world record. It's Clive! Welcome to the stream. It's your boy, Clive. How's everyone going? Showering's not required. There are some earlier streams of mine where I didn't shower like that morning, like I showered the day before, and my hair in those streams is awful. It just looks terrible. You can tell that I didn't shower that day. So ever since then, I always shower you didn't notice? Well, that's good. That's good. But I always try to make sure I shower before a stream. My weekly shower? No. I stream more than once a week now. I try. Shrek in the shower. True. I need to start the stream in the shower playing Shrek. That's how I can make the most use of my time. Good idea. Have I heard of credits percent speedruns? The speedrun is how long does it take to press the credits button? Technically an any percent run. Kind of like the Pokemon, the Gen 1 Pokemon runs, where you just like diddle with it for what's that? Like I think the any percent is like 7 seconds long, because you can, or maybe that's TAS only, because you can diddle with the buttons in a way that like makes the game just jump to the credits. I've wondered about that for Lego Island, because Lego Island has something called, well, Lego Island has 2 speedruns. It has a Pepper percent and then 100%. 100% is like, you know, do all of the activities as all of the characters, and Pepper percent is just do all of the Pepper activities, all 5 of them. But in theory, if you enable debug mode, you can jump to certain parts of the game. You can jump through kind of the main campaign of the game, which is, you know, when you break the Brickster out and you have to catch him and put him back in. And you could technically use debug mode to skip to the end of that. I've wondered if that's like... is that valid for any percent? And I think most people say no. It's not necessarily because... not necessarily because it's incorrect. Like, you can... I think it would still count. It's more just that I think people would find that immensely lame. So, yeah. Clean your controller while you clean yourself. True. Excellent. Everything's getting clean. Gen 1 Pokemon games are iconic, but goddamn, they're buggy as fuck. They are. I've done that before. I've done the any percent run myself before, where you like turn off the game mid-save and it corrupts the save in just the right way so that you can fuck around with memory in the Pokemon menu, and then you just like you can rearrange memory so that when you leave that room, it'll like warp you straight to the final room and you'll just beat the game. I've done that myself, which because it's not actually that difficult, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, and yeah, they are quite poorly made, but goddamn, they are fun. I was playing Gen 1 Pokemon again recently. I got up to I haven't finished it. I got up to Fuchsia City, and then I think I got busy doing other stuff. Give me one sec. So yeah, if we're running on Linux LTS today, or at least we should be. Actually, I should double check. Are we running on Linux LTS? I was last night, but yes, we're running on Linux LTS today. So if the stream does not freeze all day, then we'll know that it's the kernel. If you weren't here earlier, I said I did do a bunch of tests yesterday because it kept happening yesterday. I did a bunch of tests, and I didn't get a conclusive answer. I did rule a few things out, and essentially, yeah, what we're trying today is we're trying the LTS version of the kernel. But that 7-second run of Pokemon, hang on, I'm gonna bring that up real quick because I want to, what's it called? Pokemon, what would, I guess, I'll just type in Pokemon Red and Blue. This is not what I was looking for. Hang on. So I wait. Here we go. I opened up speedrun.com and went to I looked up Pokemon Red and Blue. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Pokemon Red, White and Blue by PETA. What is this? This is a Flash game? That's the PETA parody of Pokemon? You didn't hear of that? I did not. I mean, we don't have... In fairness, we don't have PETA in Australia, so is this like... I mean, that being said, I do hear about a lot of American things on the internet, but no, I never heard about this for some reason. Why was this the first result when I looked up Pokemon Red and Blue? What am I actually looking for? I guess I'll just like type in Pokemon. Hey man, there's gonna be a Christmas bash. Yes! Hope you see this as hoping to see if you have content that you can use for it. His mom and I are hoping to get one of his unpublished books released at some point. Also, try messaging your elsewhere but no response. Interesting. I don't know where you messaged me, but yes, I'll be there, and I will try to submit something. Hey, thanks for coming in. Who's PETA? PETA. True. The E with a dash above it. But how do I even type that? Like on Linux on a keyboard. I should just no. What I should really be doing is just googling Pokemon Red and Blue. Yeah, see, that'll do it. Like, I love using Google to search on a website that has its own search function. Okay, so this is any percent glitchless, so that's not doing anything. No save corruption, so I guess this is glitches but not save corruption. Save corruption, which is what I've done. And then, I guess I'm looking for the TAS. Hang on. Pokemon Red, Blue, TAS. Because there's literally like a 7-second run or something like that. Would it be in, no, it's not in 80%. Interesting. I'm not sure how to find this then, in that case. So this is, I've seen this as the save corruption run. So yeah, basically you save and then mid-game you reset, and it corrupts the game in just such a way that I guess it saves most of the game, because like you end up back in the same room and all of that, and with the same name and all of that. But some strange things have happened. Namely, it thinks you have Pokemon when you don't, and it thinks you have a lot of Pokemon. So you can go down the list and start flipping bytes and moving memory around. It's very interesting. Speedrun.com searches is bad. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there are other websites like that where the website's own search is so bad that it's just faster to Google it instead. It happens. Glitches still has some glitches. Really? No. Then what does the name mean? Here you go. Yeah. Really just moving that memory around. Love it. And then there you go. Done. Yeah, I've done that. I've done something like this on hardware before. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I wonder where that TAS that I was thinking of. TAS World Record. I don't want to watch like a whole 35-minute video. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this doesn't exist. I remember seeing like a 7-second run of one of these games, but maybe I'm mistaken. Why can I not even find like a... Is this it? No. This is old. This is 11 years ago. Well, okay. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I don't know. Have a good stream. Hey, thanks for coming by. I don't know why they would let people add any game they can immediately think of and then not make sure searches are sorted by relevancy. Yeah, true. Why, when you go to YouTube not signed in, you get Sniper Wolf? I guess she's really popular, you know? They're pushing what people watch, supposedly. TAS videos. Oh yeah, I could look at TAS videos. It doesn't really matter though. It's fine. All I know is I'm coming for this run. 100%. I'm getting that world record, okay? I'm doing it. Okay. So I did some things. Yeah, yesterday I handled some things. I fixed up a couple things, which was let me actually bring up another virtual machine. Let's bring up some Windows 95, shall we? Yeah, here we go. Windows 95 is booting. So that .NET for Windows 95 patch I was working on, I mean, this has been going on for over a month now. I mean, I got it for the most part working. I'll get out of here. I got it working for the most part a couple weeks ago. But, I still have the disk in here, I think, yeah. But, Rebuilder still wasn't 100% working until yesterday. I finally ironed out the last of the Rebuilder issues. It is slow, and part of that is because this is PCM and it's just not the fastest emulator in general. You can see, well, actually, you can't see. I can see that the speed at the top, it says like 100%. It like drops down to like 50, 40% when it's doing this. So clearly, it's doing a lot of crunching, and the emulation emulation overhead is slowing things down. So yeah, it's dropped down to 38% just now. So I think on hardware this would be faster, but also in general, the kind of hardware that Windows 95 runs on may not be best suited for the kind of dynamic recompilation that .NET does. There may have been some reason for that. Don't you have an Intel CPU? Couldn't you virtualize Windows 98? Yeah, of course. I do virtualize Windows 98. 95 works, but it needs some. It's a little buggy still. It needs some patches from Patcher 9X. Because I have an 11th gen Intel CPU, and from 11th gen up, like it introduced a bunch of bugs into Windows 9X. So you have to patch it, which I have. But even after that, it's still a little bit buggy. So, yeah. Yeah, maybe I need to apply another patch though, because I'm reading through this page. I'm reading through this page. Why is this not turning on? This page. This page. Which says, yeah, maybe I need to do this. Because I've done the normal thing. I've done the regular patch, but not this second bit. So yeah, Intel 11th gen has issues as well. My point is that it would run slow on real hardware. Well, my point is it would run slow on real hardware, but probably not as slow as it runs here, because I think PCM, the emulation overhead is worse. It's making it so that when the VM is doing a lot of processing, it's slowing down to less than 100% speed. So it's actually getting even slower than real hardware would be. But anyway, so everything works. Currently, I don't actually have Lego Island installed on here, so it's going to ask, where is Lego Island installed? Last time when this dialog popped up, it crashed, so I fixed that. So that's fun. Same with the music replacement stuff. When I go to here, it's going to be like, where is your Lego Island install? I'm going to click cancel. It says, well, it needs that file, and that's okay. The other thing that I fixed was it used to crash when you closed it as well. And the reason why I learned was because Rebuilder, this version of Rebuilder, saved its configuration in XML. So it uses, C-sharp's XML stuff. And the XML stuff does even more dynamic recompilation in the background. It's a lot of moving parts to .NET. And that bit wasn't working because... Oh, it was actually a really obscure issue. I'm gonna actually talk about this a little bit. So, what happened was when I tried to construct a XML writer, I don't think that's the real name of it. Just so XML writer. It starts to do some compilation, some C# compilation in the background. So it calls csc.exe, which is the C# compiler, and CSC would reply with like out of memory, 1 byte required or something like that. And I'm like, well, damn, all right, what could that be? At first I thought maybe, the obvious, maybe my VM didn't have enough memory. But actually, I'd given it the maximum that PCM could take, which was could provide, which is 128 megabytes, which is honestly probably overkill for Windows 95. It's not so much that Windows 95 would have problems. I think that only happens around like 480 meg or so. So it shouldn't add problems, but it wasn't small. But I did, reduce it down to 32, which was more appropriate for the time, and I still ran into the same error message. So, actually, to be fair, the app that this calls is CVT Res, and this is what replies with this. So, not knowing where to turn, I I opened up CVT-Res in Ghidra. I searched for this out of memory error message. Where does this get thrown? Why would it say out of memory? And I found that it actually throws this message twice. Once is, let me see. Once is if it runs like a malloc and it returns null. That's about what you'd expect, because malloc I think would only return null if it was out of memory. But it also did it in another situation, which was if wide char to multi-byte returned null. Wide char to multi-byte, if you don't know the horror that is Windows Unicode, Windows, and it's not really their fault, but Windows implemented Unicode before there was a UTF-8. If you don't know what UTF-8 is, it's just it's what most Unicode is today. It's how the internet works. It's how 99% of websites are UTF-8. But when Windows and also Linux and Mac OS use UTF-8. But when Windows implemented UTF or Unicode in 1992, there was no UTF-8, so they used I think it was USC2, which is similar-ish to UTF-16. I think it's one of these. And basically, that means you're constantly, all the goddamn time, the big advantage of UTF-8 was that it was compatible with ASCII. Whereas what Windows' Unicode is not. So you're constantly having to think about, well, sometimes your strings in Windows are going to be ASCII, and sometimes they're going to be Unicode, and you constantly have to convert between them. If you're dealing with old software like this, nowadays on modern software you just write in Unicode all the time. But it becomes a real problem still because Unicode in Windows requires UTF-16 strings, but to do Unicode in Linux and Mac OS, it requires UTF-8 strings, so it's still a big mess. If you're doing anything cross-platform, you're still doing a bunch of converting back and forth from wide char to multi-byte and multi-byte to wide char. Wide char being UTF-16 and multi-byte being something like ASCII or UTF-8. So it would assume that if this returned null, that it was out of memory, that it couldn't allocate the string required to do this. But that's not true. It turns out what it was trying to do was convert a UTF-8 string to... convert a UTF-16 string to UTF-8. I think... I can't remember if it's that or UCS2. They're both 2-byte strings, but I can't remember which one it is. And Windows 95 doesn't support UTF-8, so it would return 0. It would just be like, we don't know what to do with this, so we're returning 0. And that's why it would say, it would throw this error. It would assume that there was no memory, even though the real issue was that it just had no idea what the hell a UTF-8 was. Anyway, so my fix was recognizing that the string it was trying to convert didn't have any Unicode in it anyway, so I just forced this to ASCII. And then it worked! So, a wild story as far as trying to track down the weird things that Windows 95 doesn't support and the effects that they have in .NET. So anyway, that's the entire reason you can now close Rebuilder and it doesn't throw an error or it doesn't crash or anything like that, is entirely because Windows 95 didn't support UTF-8. That was literally the only reason. Is the virtual machine a reskin? It's the virtual machine, yeah. Windows is backwards compatibility. It's its biggest strength and curse. They cannot fix shit like this. Yeah, you're actually right. It's quite literally the source of most of Windows's problems, and one of its greatest strengths is, its backwards compatibility. Good job, Matt. We're proud of you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Good gold star. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. I mean, it's cool how much of this does work. So, You know, I hadn't even thought about the fact that, you know, it needed to do, you know, all this XML. Because I didn't actually change any settings, it doesn't save anything. But yeah, I can do all this, it's doing all this stuff now in Windows 95. I mean, it really does. It really is so close to like. When I think back, getting this stuff working on 95 is both like immensely complicated and really easy. Like in retrospect, all the solutions were super simple. It's just it was so difficult to find the issue, to figure out the solution. But when you know, in retrospect, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously. I mean, it was so simple in retrospect. Of course, you know, of course it wouldn't support UTF-8, and of course that would cause a problem. But trying to get to there from out of memory is the challenge. So yeah, it's super interesting. I think it's been a really interesting puzzle. How do you feel about the remark you made about Microsoft saying Net 2.0 not supporting Windows 95? You mean the fact that they talked about how it wouldn't support it, and if they did, it would slip the release date? There's probably some truth to it. I mean, stuff like this, like UTF-8, is kind of challenging for sure. Like if you felt like you needed support to support UTF-8 and it wasn't supported in Windows 95, that is a bit of a wrench in the gears. I'm trying to think, could they have supported 95 if they really wanted to? I mean, yeah, obviously. I think the real thing is I read a stat when I've been working on the script for this video, and I read a stat that said in 2003 that Windows 95 had a market share of, I think, 0.5%. It was mostly, by that point, 98 NXP. So maybe 0.5% is too low, but I think it's just, yeah, they just felt like, I mean, it has taken work, but not, like, I haven't had to re-implement a ton of functions. I think, as far as functions I've had to re-implement from scratch, I feel like it's probably only been like less than 5. Like, it really hasn't been many. It's more just that I've had to like, what would you call it? Mold the functions to be compatible. Like, I'll have to just disable a flag that Windows 95 doesn't support, or I'll have to, you know, convert UTF-8 to ASCII, or I'll have to, you know, it's more just really slight tweaks here and there. Very few, like, entirely new functions, I'd say. Patch it. Yeah, it's all been kind of small patches, I feel like. Not a lot of having to re-implement from, you know, the entire thing from scratch, you know. What's your least favorite Windows, Vista or ME? God, least favorite Windows. I'm gonna get crucified if Wham sees this, but I'll be honest with you. Probably my least favorite Windows is 8. I actually, because I will defend Vista and ME, and I find I can defend some of 8. I do think a lot of the cool stuff in 10 was introduced by 8, but I just think I just think it was such a bad idea to have that whole to try and convert the whole OS into a tablet OS in 2012. That just feels like a bad idea to me. But that being said, I'm not actually a start menu user anymore. Like, you can see on my VM, not this VM. You can see on the way I set up my Linux now is when I press the start button, literally just literally just a box shows up and I just type into it. So, like, I don't mind not having a menu, like, because I just press the button and type. And I've been doing that, you know. I even did that back in the 9X days. I even back in these days, I was much more likely to go, you know, start run Notepad than to go, you know, start programs, accessories, Notepad. You know, even when I was a 9x user, I would type stuff in. So I've been doing that my whole life, really, and so I don't need a menu. I just think that the home screen felt like it demoted the desktop to like a secondary, which I think was a bad idea, and it was too like all encompassing. Like this, like I said, this is all I want. Just a little pop-up. Type stuff in, you know, or the run dialog in Windows 98. Just a little pop-up. That's all I want. So yeah, that's. I hate to say it. I know. Like I said, I know I'll get crucified, but probably 8. Yeah. I think that the backlash proved that Windows 8. Hang on, I think the backlash proved that Windows 8 got for the start menu, proved that start menu redesign required way more justification than what's worth it. Sure. I feel like I remember trying to get Patch 9x to run, but I had issues with it. I have found that it helps me. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a phone call. Hang on. Well, this stream might be even shorter than I thought because it turns out I think my friends are actually almost here. I didn't know they were going to be here this early. If so, if I have to end like right now, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll do the mail stuff. Just make it a birthday stream. I could have them on stream. Do you guys want to meet the birthday friends, or should I head off? I'm not actually sure. Yes, you guys. I could give them a call. It's your no, it's not my birthday. It's their birthday. I'm going to their birthday tonight, but they said they'd be down to hang out during the day. I thought they meant like, you know, afternoon. It's still 11:54. But what kind of mail stuff? True, I love doing mail stuff. So yeah, if that's the case, I'll come back tomorrow. Yeah, I thought I would have a couple hours, but yeah. You have to know if your friends are real? No. No. They are real, okay? I didn't just mute the mic and pretend to talk in my phone for the last couple of minutes. It's fine though. It's fine because like I'm down to hang out with them. I just thought I had a bit more time, but that's okay. Did I diagnose the PS2? Yes, that was fixed a long time ago. First matters to go over, now he's friends. Yeah, what the fuck? What kind of nerd am I? What kind of role model for this community am I? What the hell? Taxes. I on the what? I'm kind of. I feel like they would be fun to have on stream, but at the same time, I might be ambushing them because like yeah, I don't know if they would they'd be super comfortable with it. I'd have to ask them. So yeah, it might be best to get. God damn, a 45-minute stream. What am I doing? Anyway, yeah. So I might just get off. Call them and ask. I could call them. Yeah, okay, I'll call. I mean, I would definitely ask before I got them on stream. It's just more like, should I even ask, or should I just get off? You know, I'm always getting off. You know what I mean? Are you gonna tell us you haven't violated the Geneva Conventions? You're a terrible nerd. Oof. No, I mean, the bot said I did. The bot said I had violated the Geneva Conventions. If they're real friends, they would be in chat. True. While driving. You know, if they're driving is no excuse to not be in my chat, right? No excuse. No excuse. The stream would be a bit boring anyways. Yeah, probably. They're not like techie people, so there's probably not a lot of well, they are, but they like retro games, but they'd probably be a little they probably wouldn't have much to contribute to the whole .NET on Windows 95 format. Anyway, yeah, so I think I might just get off. I'll be back tomorrow, okay? I'll be back tomorrow for finishing off we'll be doing mail stuff together. That's MALE, obviously. All right, so yes, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'll like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. All right, see ya. Oh, I guess we can see if I can raid anyone. I never usually end at this time. No, none of my friends are streaming right now. They all stream in the evenings. Okay, all right, bye bye. Sorry about that.